back at Berwick Brae, and because we have so many wonderful residents here, we're going to talk to more of our favourite residents. We've got Helen and Peter with us today. Welcome, Helen and Peter.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me.
Oh, pleasure.
How long have you two been here?
Almost 2 years.
Oh,
2 years in May.
Right.
Yes.
And what led you to the decision to come to Berwick Brae and retire here?
Well, we had a fairly big property up in the hills, and which we would never probably have left if everything had gone on. But due to a health crisis, I guess that forced me to rethink. And actually, I have two brothers and their wives in this village. So
Really? Right.
probably always said this would be the place, but not at that time we didn't think. But that prompted us to reconsider and look for an opportunity here, which has been wonderful.
Right. And so, having had that health episode, obviously you had to rethink and reevaluate what was important. And did you find that Berwick Brae met your needs?
The help that we got here was just outstanding, and particularly
Absolutely.
Helen, of course, and just the position that we're in the village is really conducive to us with our little dog and the lifestyle, and we do a bit of travel which suited us to know that we have a place that's secure and we can leave it and know that it's being looked after when we're not here. So that was an important factor for us.
Yes, I believe you two are intrepid travellers.
Well, we can enjoy it now and not have to worry about maintaining the garden and securing the property. It's much simpler to just hitch up the caravan, which we can leave here, and not have to find a place to park it, but just hitch it up and go away.
What would you say to people who are considering downsizing and moving into a village such as this beautiful one, Berwick Brae?
Oh, do it. For us to simplify our lives, that was a major goal, and this has certainly done that. We've got more freedom now than we had before. We're far less pressured, and there's lots of beautiful people here and plenty of activities for people to participate in as much or as little as they want to, and there's people who are genuinely concerned and care about others, who are quick to pop in to supply meals or just check that neighbours are okay. It's a great community.
I think one of the problems with people when you get older, you don't realise that the importance of moving perhaps earlier than later. And we had neighbours where we lived in Belgrave that left that too late really, and then it became a crisis, a big issue for them to then, transition, and which would have been far better if they'd done it a few years earlier. And so we were sensitive of that, and we felt that being even the youngest in the village when we moved here wasn't a big issue for us. We were still over the 55, of course, so well in that bracket. So I think earlier than later is probably a good advice from our point of view and from what we've seen and respected from the people we've met in the village.
And the community here. Tell me a little bit about Berwick Brae and its community.
We've found most people really enjoy mixing, and there's a lot of community activities here to join in, and there's functions and various things that really cater for a broad range of interests in the village. And I think the fellowship and the friendships that develop in the village very healthy, people interacting as small groups, and it's really a family atmosphere, I would say, and people very caring and considerate. And there's always ups and downs with some folks, and just the observation of how well they get cared for, and how caring people are, and the hospitality in the village, I think, is just a wonderful. It's a community, and we've found that probably more of a community than where we came from in the suburbs, because sometimes you don't get to know your neighbours that well, and here it's very, you feel part of the community, and it's a very special place really for us.
Well, thank you again for your time, and
thank you.
Obviously being so content, is it fair to say you've got no regrets?
No regrets.
No regrets at all.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you.